Hi, YouTube! What's up? It's been a while, huh? Well, I just got done with my workout, and I'm gonna go up to the pool. It's February. What is on my face? What is that? I think that's just sweat. Yep. I had a really good workout. I had a shoulder and chest workout, and then I finished with sprints on the treadmill. So I am hot. And where the treadmills are set up, you're staring at the pool. So I'm just staring at the pool the whole time I'm doing these intervals. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to the pool when I'm done. I am jumping in the water. So I came back and got my swimsuit on, and now I'm headed up to the pool. Yay! I'm here at the pool, and I'm answering emails. Hard at work. And then I'm gonna read my favorite book ever. I've seriously read this like 10 times now. I love it so much, so I just pick it up and open a page and then read that chapter, and somehow it's always incredibly relevant in what I need to hear, so I love it. I am back from the pool, which was awesome, and I wanted to talk about the topic of this video, and it's about how I balance being a mom, being a business owner, and still having time for myself. Because as you can see, I make the time for myself, and that's a big part of it, but we're gonna talk about it. So I wrote down some notes so I'm not just like rambling. I don't want this video to be like not super long either. So real quick, I'm gonna just tell you guys what to expect. So first we're gonna start with the takeaway of the video, because I know not everybody has time to watch the whole thing. So if you just wanna get, the gist of it, we'll start with that. And then I'm gonna go into a little bit about how our dynamic works as a family, because we are different and unique. So I'm gonna talk about our personal experience. And then the last thing is going to be like specific actions that you can take to make your situation better if you feel like this speaks to you. So let's get right into it. So the biggest thing is that it's a choice that you have to make to be able to make time for yourself. It is honestly a decision, and it's a hard one. It really is. Like, being selfish is something that we're taught growing up that's not okay. It's not a good thing to do. But I completely disagree, and it's something that I struggled with for a long time. Like, I am a selfless person, and I care so much about other people and helping people that I would always put myself last. And at the end of the day, I found myself just not a happy person, and it affected my relationships. It affected me being able to help people more. So one thing that I really realized in this, like, my weight loss journey, was that I had to take care of myself first. I'm able to be a better mom and be a better wife, be a better coach, because I make the decision to put myself first. So going into like a personal example of that, this morning, like, I spend my mornings with Marshall. That's one of the way our dynamic works, but I'll wake up and I'll usually like do a little bit of like yoga and stretching in bed, and just kind of like some positive affirmations to start the day off right. And then I'll spend my morning with Marshall, and then once Tom takes over, I go and I get my workout done, whatever I need to do with Marshall. We go on that 3-mile walk that I think I've talked about before. So I get my cardio in with him. It's a win-win. And then I go get my lift done once Tom takes over. And then some days, like today, after I lift, I want to go to the pool, and that's a nice little me time. And I'll spend at least half the time at the pool just like relaxing, trying to meditate and just kind of clear my mind, do some like daily mantras and stuff like that. And then I spend the rest of the time like checking my emails and getting started. And then I come back and I finish my emails, whatever else I need to do, I work. So it was hard in the beginning. Like, I would wake up in the morning, I'd want to like answer my emails immediately and answer all my clients immediately. But I found that I actually respond a lot better to those people if I take care of my business first. If I take care of myself first, then I can be a better coach to them and a better mom. You got to take care of yourself, that's for sure. I also want to mention too that even if you're not a mom, like, this applies to you. So I lost 100 pounds when I was in college, and that was hard. Like, it was hard balancing the time of class, and I worked through college too. So I had a job, I was going to class. You have to study a lot, you have homework to do, and trying to have a social life along with going to the gym and prepping some food, like eating healthy. It was really hard, but it was a decision that I made to do it. So I tell my clients all the time, like, there's always going to be an excuse. There's always going to be, oh, like you could tell yourself like, whatever, I'm not gonna do it. Like, you can be lazy. Like, that's a choice. It's a choice to not be. It's a choice to go to the gym. Another takeaway is, you know, that something that I really learned too is that work hard, play hard. I am somebody that I bust my ass. I really do. Like, I enjoy working. I enjoy what I do. So I love to work, but I've learned over the years that I have to play just as hard as I work, or I'm not going to be as motivated and rejuvenated in my work if I'm not enjoying my fun time. And that's something that I really struggle with, especially with coaching, is like, I always want to like be really responsive to my clients and just constantly like be marketing and like, you know, answering inquiries. But I have to set aside time for not only just me and like just being away from everything, but also fun. Going out, like tonight, my husband and I are going out, and that's something that like the old me would have, like, if I saw an email come in, I would have answered it real quick. And it's hard, but it's a decision to make to not answer that email when I'm with my husband, because that's our time. Have fun, don't stress about work. It's not time for that. And because I force myself to do that, when it is time to work, I'm able to get a lot more done. I'm a lot more motivated. Okay, so last takeaway, like, this is not to say that like you should be neglecting, you know, your family or your work or anything like that. It's about finding the right balance. So, you know, for me, like, I spend a ton of time with my son and a ton of time with my husband. I also spend a good amount of time by myself doing things, you know, that I need to do to rejuvenate, to, you know, feel better, self-care stuff. So I'll talk more about like specific things in a second, but you have to fight to find that balance. And also part of that is like going out with my girlfriends and having fun. You know, honestly, like, most of the time I love my girlfriends obviously very much, but like most of the time I'm like, oh, I just, you know, I'm either tired and like I just want to like do nothing, or I would just, you know, rather be with my husband and my son, because they're the most important thing to me. But I make myself, you know, go out and do stuff, and I don't regret it at all. Like, I love spending time with my girlfriends so much, and it's just a different dynamic than, you know, being the mother and the entrepreneur or whatever. So that time is like really, really important for me to appreciate them more, appreciate, you know, my husband and my son. Okay, so let's talk about like our family dynamic, because I have a different family dynamic than the traditional family dynamic. So for us, I am the main income provider for the house. Kind of just fell into the coaching business. I tracked, you know, my weight loss journey on social media. I got a lot of people asking me for help, and I decided to get certified. Again, though, it's not completely like I just magically fell into this. It was an opportunity, I really believe, an opportunity that the universe gave me. The universe gives us all opportunities. It's up to us to take them. And that's not to say, like, I wasn't terrified. You know, I was fresh out of college, pregnant, and I had got certified. I had been coaching a little bit, but it was a part-time gig. And when I got pregnant, I realized, like, hey, this is like really working out. I want to pursue this full time. And it was scary. It was scary getting certified, because it's like $500. It's like, am I, you know, is this worth doing? But I didn't let my fears paralyze me. I was like, you know what, I'm doing this. I'm gonna make it work. And it was a decision to make it work. You know, if you have that mentality, like this, I'm gonna make this happen. I'm gonna, you know, make time for myself and figure out a good balance. I'm gonna start my own business. It's gonna work out for you, because you're gonna do whatever needs to be done to get there. So when I was like a couple weeks out from having Marshall, Thomas was working at a job that didn't even want to give him time off for the birth of our son, of our first child. They didn't even want to give him time off. They were giving him a hard time about taking like a few days off. And that made me furious, absolutely furious. I thought it was so wrong that a father, you know, could be expected to not be there for his wife and his child the first, like, at least a week of the child's life. You know, we had saved a ton of money over the pregnancies so that he could take at least a week off, but we wanted like 2 weeks off, and they didn't want to do it, which I understand, like, they, you know, need him as an employer, but we had discussed this with him, with his employer a long time in advance. Like when I was like 3 months pregnant, we told them like, hey, listen, like we want this like time off. And when it came to it, it was like, well, we can't give you that. So I made Tom quit his job. And, you know, it's honestly like the best decision we've ever made, was him quitting that job, because we've just kind of over time evolved into this dynamic. We didn't like plan for it to be this way, but it worked out this way with the coaching business doing really well. I was able to work from home with Marshall, and then I had Tom there to help, which was, I don't think I would have been able to do it without him. Not like run a business and raise a newborn, like no way. So having him there was absolutely imperative to me being able to continue my coaching business. And since then, you know, Marshall's almost 2, the coaching business has grown like 3 times. So I think a part of that is like, I don't want to say the fear, but like just like it was really motivating, because I knew like, hey, I have to do this. Like there's no choice. I have a husband and I have a son that are, you know, not expecting, but that I want to provide for. So that was a huge motivation. Like, I'm gonna make this happen. And we did. And over the last 2 years, like this is just the dynamic that we've evolved into, but we love it. We love it so much. Like we truly like believe that this is, I don't want to say, you know, it's for everybody. Like you make your own decision, whatever's right for you. I love that we both get to spend so much time with Marshall. Like we're his parents, you know, it shouldn't be, in my opinion, other people raising my son. And I'm really, really grateful that we get to be the one to raise our son. I'm just going to give you some ideas on what you can do to make these things happen for yourself. Number 1, I am definitely going to promote this. Start your own business. Yes, you can do it. Like if you're sitting here thinking, oh, I can't do that. Like, I don't know, what would I do? First of all, you need to get out of that mentality. Yes, you can start a business. We all have our own special, you know, skill, something that we're good at, something that we're talented at. Next one is, if you like your job, if it's not an option for you, if you don't want that to be an option for you, get a promotion, you know, demand a promotion. And when I say demand, don't walk into your boss's office and say, I demand a promotion now, because Mallory King told me to. No, please don't do that. No, there's actually a really good book that if anybody is interested, just comment and I will link you to it, that talks about the kind of verbiage to use to get a promotion, you know, to show your worth to your employer, to show that you're deserving of a promotion. So getting a promotion, you know, just in general can help to give you a little extra time or just relaxation to do what you want to do. And then also another side of the coin is ask for less hours. Like if you are happy with the amount of money you're making, but you're overworked, demand that you work less. And again, don't go in there and say, I demand to work less. You've got to do it in a positive way. Next one, get help. Yes, you can get help. You are capable of asking your husband to, you know, give you a night off, or asking, you know, or hiring a nanny. And you might be thinking, oh, I can't afford that. Yes, you can. If it's something that you truly want and need, you can make it work. You will figure it out. So hire a nanny for 1 day a week, whatever, to allow you to go out and have fun and just be alone and remember who you are outside of being a mother. Yes, you can. Hire a maid, you know, hire an assistant, whatever. Like you can do it and you'll make it work. And if you own a business and you're doing it all on your own, you actually are way more likely to make more money if you have help. If you invest in somebody to help you, you are probably going to be capable of making a lot more money. It's all about how you see it, and you have to stay positive. So yeah, to end it, you know, it's just, it all comes down to, I love this quote in the book. Jen Sincero writes, I talk about it all the time. I love this book, You Are a Badass. She says, don't be the kind of person that just takes what you can get. Be the type of person that creates what you want. So you have to go out and create it, and you have to believe in yourself. That's such a big part of it. Believe that you can, and don't let your fears paralyze you. You know, demand in a good way what you want from your husband, and what you want from your kids, and what you want from your employer or from yourself. Demand these things and make them happen in a positive way. You will be so much happier with your life. In the book, she talks a lot about like raising your vibration, and for a long time I thought that was like super lame, like raise your vibration, like raise your frequency. What is that? That's dumb. It's really true. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but when I trust in the universe and myself, you know, to get where I want to be, it happens. And, you know, if you focus on negative, you're going to get negative. If you focus on positive, positive things are going to happen to you. So I truly, truly believe in that. 100%. And I truly believe that the universe gives you opportunities, you know, to better yourself in your life. It's just, we have to be conscious of these opportunities that come our way, and we have to be willing to take them and not let, you know, fear stunt us. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It wasn't too long and I didn't ramble. I had a lot of coffee. I'm gonna finish my coffee actually. I wanted to share it with other people, like, you can, you know, make this balance work for you. It's not something that just magically happened to me. I'm not super lucky. I mean, I am very grateful for the life that I have. So grateful. But I worked my butt off to get here, and I made this happen. It just didn't magically happen. Like, we work hard so that we can be with our son, and, you know, we can have one income. And I don't make a ton of money. Like, I am in no way like rich or whatever. I mean, I'm rich in love and comfort. Like, we're comfortable, and, you know, we live very simply. Like, we don't spend a lot of money. We don't go out to eat a lot. When we do, I'm like very smart about like where we're gonna go. Like, I don't want to go to an expensive place. Like, me and Tom will either split a meal, or me and Marshall will split a meal. We don't shop much at all. And yeah, I mean, usually my mom is the babysitter, and she doesn't charge us. She's like, I'm not gonna make you pay me to hang out with my grandson. I love him. So we don't spend a lot of money. Yeah, it's like, just, we're comfortable, and I would rather not be wealthy and just be able to like have more time to myself and for my kid and for my husband. And but ultimately, I do work very hard to be able to at least provide for them and be comfortable. You know, we have a savings account for Marshall for college, and an emergency fund, and I invest money into the market. Like, I'm so adult. It's crazy. A couple years ago, I was not like this at all. But use your brain, believe in yourself, demand, you know, from others what you need in a positive way. And yeah, I hope if anything you take from this, that you can do it. 100% you can. It's a decision that you need to make, and then you need to make happen. Take action. Believe in yourself and take action. I'm done talking now. I love you guys. Bye.